welcome back to my channel. I have been gone for so long, but I'm finally back, and I am here to give you guys a video about my experience of while I was gone. I was at AG Bolc at Fort Jackson, South Carolina for 14 weeks. After your commissioning, you go to Bolc for training on how to do the job that you got branched. So I was branched AG, and that is human resources. So I went to AG Bolc at Fort Jackson, South Carolina. It's 14 weeks long. I went from August to November 2020, and it was in the middle of COVID, so there was a lot of COVID restrictions. So this could be different if you guys went to Bolc before this. Before COVID hit, it's going to be definitely different. But if you guys are going to Bolc coming up, then this is a good video to watch. And I'm going to be breaking it up into different parts because I don't want this video to be super long. But let's get into the beginning. So when you find out that you're going to Bolc, you're going to want to check your .mil account because you're going to get a welcome email from your instructor, and in this welcome email it's going to be giving you like the packing list and just what their expectations are, where to go when you get there, to check into your hotel. If you're just now coming to Bolc, like if you're coming to Bolc in the upcoming months, you are going to be fine. You're going to be in the new hotel. My class was not so lucky. We were staying in the trenches, like it was so bad. Like even like everyone knew it was bad. They were like apologizing to us because we were in this hotel. Like it was like so. It was like raccoons running around everywhere. Like I have a picture. I'm gonna insert it. Like it was bugs everywhere. It was really bad. But if you are coming to Bolc soon, you will be in the new hotel, so don't even worry about it. So yeah, your welcome email is going to be very important. It's going to tell you where to go to check in and like your packing list, like I said, all of that good stuff. And then once you get there, you're going to want to check into your room, move your stuff in, and then we had a meet and greet, so it was nice to put like names with faces, and there we met our instructor in person. We met the other class, so you're going to be in Bolc with another class. You guys are going to go through the training at the same time. They will have their own instructor and stuff, but you guys will like go through the training at the same time. So we were class 10 and they were class 9. Also, you're going to meet the company commander and the first sergeant. So once we did that, we were told that we were getting a COVID test the next morning, and the COVID test was a rapid test. So we found out that same day if you had it or not. If you were positive for COVID, you have to move yourself out of the room and go quarantine in another hotel. I'm not sure exactly how that process went, but I do know that like someone from your squad would like bring you food or whatever, because you were really quarantined. We were quarantined as well for 2 weeks, but we could leave out of the room to go PT and stuff. We couldn't go into the AG schoolhouse to where our classroom is. We had to stay in our room and do classes online for 2 weeks. And the classes were just basically like the history of the AG Corps, and we had a lot of briefs. So we had like a chaplain brief, we had the SHARP brief, equal opportunity brief, all of that. We had met the director of training and all of that good stuff. We were online, virtual. And then after those 2 weeks were up, we were able to go into the classroom. It was still COVID measures taken. We had to get our temperature checked every time we walked into the building. You have to wear a mask. You are going to be like in close quarters with people. It's no way to socially distance in those classrooms because it's so tight in there, but you do have to wear your mask the whole time, which sucks, but I mean, COVID, so. But you will be in the classroom starting week 3, and I'm going to get more into like the classroom stuff in my next video. But this video, I just wanted to really let you guys know to check your .mil account. Make sure that you're prepared to stay in the room for 2 weeks. Like make sure that you have like food and stuff that you like, because you can't leave off the base to go get food or none of that for the first 2 weeks. After the 2 weeks is over, you are free to leave the base and like go explore Columbia, South Carolina, get food, whatever, but you have to stay within, I think it was like 250-mile radius, something like that, because of COVID. And third, this is the most important point that I want to point out. So the first couple weeks is going to be in processing. You're going to do your medical and processing, all that stuff. The most important paperwork to have is your finance paperwork. So this is an issue that was in classes before me, classes after me, all of that. Like finance at Bolc was not the best. So people were not getting their base pay until like 2 months into Bolc, and Bolc is only like 3 months. So make sure that you have a plan financially on how to take care of yourself while you're going to be away at Bolc. For me, I'm a reserve officer, so I was on military leave from my civilian job, so I wasn't receiving pay from them, and I was receiving my base pay, maybe like a month into Bolc, I started receiving my base pay. But I was entitled to BAH because I live on my own, I have an apartment, I have a lease, I provided all of those documents, and I did not get my housing allowance until the day of graduation. So I was still responsible to pay my lease and all my other bills with just my base pay salary, which was actually less than what I make in my civilian job. So it was very, very, very frustrating for me because I was using that base pay to cover my bills at home, and I was left with very little money left over from my base pay checks. So it was very frustrating for me, and I don't want anybody that's going to Bolc to go through that because, like I said, I was still responsible for all my bills back at home, but I was not getting the proper pay. So make sure that you have a plan financially on how to, support yourself while you're gone, because I'm pretty sure majority of you are going to run into the same problems that everyone else had. Finance is not going to process your paperwork as fast as you think it should happen. Some people did get lucky and their stuff was fine, but for the most part, you just always want to have a plan financially so you are not as stressed out as I was. That's like my biggest takeaway to everyone I know that's going to Bolc. Make sure that you have a plan financially, because you don't want to be frustrated while going through Bolc. It's already frustrating points in Bolc, and adding bills on top of that is not fun. So make sure that you guys have a plan for that. And yeah, so that's pretty much the first 3 weeks of Bolc. You're going to be quarantined. You're still going to be doing classes. It's just going to be virtually. You're going to take a COVID test. And yeah. Oh, one last thing. So when you check in, there was a roster of all of our names, and it was leadership positions next to them. So the first 7 weeks, you're going to have a leadership position. Then it'll switch the next 7 weeks. So I was squad leader the first 7 weeks. And, it's just a whole bunch of different positions that you're going to hold. And everybody is going to hold a leadership position while they're in Bolc. And you do get, evaluated on how well you do in that position. So just something to keep a heads up for. You will get a position. You don't get to choose it. It's just your instructor chooses it for you. And yeah, it's nothing to stress about though. It's just something that you have to do. Yeah, so I was a squad leader, and I actually loved being the squad leader because I got really close with my squad. I was in a really, really good Bolc class. My other trainings I've been in, advanced camp for me was not fun at all. I hated advanced camp. I did not like the people in my platoon at all. It was terrible. But Bolc, luckily, I was blessed this time with great people in my class, and we all were really, really close. You will have a leadership position. You don't get to choose what it is. It's chosen by your instructor, and yeah, you do get evaluated on how well you do in that position. But yeah, that's it for the first 3 weeks of Bolc. That's what you should be expecting while going to Bolc during quarantine. I will get into the assignments and all that other stuff in my next video, part 2. So make sure you're on the lookout for that. So yeah, don't forget to comment, subscribe. If you have any questions, please write them down below and I'll be sure to answer them. Or if you are currently in Bolc and things are different, make sure that you comment down below too, because that'll be helpful for the people that are coming in. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more military related videos. Now go watch part 2. See you guys.